2013 Chevy Cruze 1.8 engine. This time we're gonna work on the oil cooler. Seems like it's leaking oil from the back of this exhaust manifold. So the oil cooler is located behind the exhaust manifold. We're gonna remove the exhaust manifold shield. Then we're gonna remove the bolts on the bottom that attach to the exhaust pipe. We're gonna remove the oil dipstick, take out the shield, and then we're gonna start working on the exhaust manifold bolts. Okay, we are under the vehicle. We're gonna remove these 3 bolts and nuts right here, 1, 2, and 3. Also, we're gonna remove that bolt back over there. You have to have one of those Torx socket set in order to work on this type of vehicles. There's another bolt over here, right there, that needs to be removed. After we have removed the protector shield from the exhaust manifold, we're gonna go ahead and start removing these bolts. All those bolts right there. I have already removed the ones on the bottom, the one I'll show you. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that. This is the new engine cooler, oil cooler. Okay, I tried to remove the exhaust manifold, but it seems that I have to remove also the AC compressor in order to get more clearance in here. So I'm gonna have to do is remove the serpentine belt, get those 4 bolts out of the AC compressor, the wiring connectors, so I can take out the exhaust manifold and the catalytic converter together. I remove the O2 sensor, oxygen sensor, the brackets here that go here to the head, the lift brackets, but still I didn't get enough clearance on the AC compressor hoses. So I'm gonna have to remove the AC compressor in order to get the cat out of the way. Okay, it seems like that we have to drain the coolant as well, because we have to remove this hose, and this is the coolant from the water pump. We're gonna have to remove the this accessories over here, this hose, metal hose from the coolant. So we're gonna have to drain the coolant, that way we don't have to do a spill on the floor or purchase new coolant, which is, this coolant is new, that's why I'm saving it. What you have to do is screw 2 screws from the bottom of this plastic, put a hose in it, and loosen the radiator plug and save your coolant. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to start working on this side over here. Have already removed the water, the AC compressor, and I have already gained enough room to remove the intake manifold. I'm sorry, the exhaust manifold. Exhaust manifold. Okay, that's how you're gonna do it. 3 bolts to the water pump, 13 millimeters bolt. Move all the bolts on this hose that was going to the thermostat housing. Now we remove all 3 bolts. There are 5 in total on the oil cooler, and I have removed this one as well, just the bolts. And now you can put a screwdriver on the back of the cooler and push it, put a little bit of pressure, be careful not to break anything, and then it will come loose. Then from there you just have to wiggle it out like I did, and it's out. So there you go, engine oil cooler. It's part of the oil filter. It's one assembly. Remember, for a successful job or repair, you're gonna have to clean your surface real good. I clean them up with soapy water and also some degreaser. I apply some degreaser first, and with a brush. I brush everything, all the dirty, and then I apply some soapy water, and I clean the surface where my new oil cooler is gonna sit on, so the seals won't leak. You want to have it real clean, okay? After we have cleaned our surface, we're gonna replace all the seals on the coolant system. The ones for the hoses that we just took out, we're gonna replace it with new ones. This kit came with all the gasket needed for this job. There were six O-rings that we need to change, and we're gonna apply a little bit of oil in it. I use WD-40 to oil each ring. That way, when we install it back into the engine, it will be a lot easier to push it in without breaking it or tearing it apart and creating a coolant leak in the future. So from now on, we're just gonna go back with everything we took out. So this is two hoses you want to put on before you install it back into the engine. This small hose that goes right over here, the pipe, and this pipe on the top and this pipe on the bottom. I call them hoses, pipes. Install it on the screw. Don't tighten it. Of course you can't, because you're gonna have to tighten it back on the engine. So you want to have this pipe and this small pipe on the bottom and put it back on. That's how it should look like when you finish installing your engine oil cooler assembly. That's how you want to have it installed back in place. Don't over tight the bolts for the oil cooler. Just feel by hand. Just do a little bit more than a snug. Just that will be enough. I don't have the torque specs for it, but I always, most of the time I go by feeling, by how it feels when I am when I'm tightening them down. Right, this is the finished product after you have installed everything back on. Don't forget to install your oil dipstick. Also, when you're filling up your your antifreeze on your reservoir, fill it all the way up, and then you're gonna have to release the air of the radiator on that white plug. You're gonna screw that until there's no more air coming out of it. Then you have bled your system correctly. With the vehicle off, just unscrew that white plastic plug until there's no more air coming out of it. Then it's just coolant coming out of it. Then just screw it back on. Don't tighten it too much because there's time to break. All right.